Hello once again, this is Artie Clear from WNJC 1360, also from Wi-Fi, WIFI 1460. Today what we're going to talk about is the NFL. We have a Cinderella story with the New York Jets going to play the Indianapolis Colts. This is almost like 1969 again when the Jets upset the Colts in the Super Bowl by winning 16-7. They got a rookie quarterback in Mark Sanchez. I apologize for that. He's a rookie quarterback. Actually, looks a little bit like Joe Willie Namath. And they're going to play in this biggest game of his life right now, which would be the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to take a Colt team that's 14-2, with a Jet team now that's counting the playoffs 11-7, but started at 9-7. Won 2 games. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and they really handled the Chargers very, very well. Now they're going to go play the Colts. It's a Cinderella story. If the Jets get in and Minnesota gets in on the other side, what a story that will be, because Brett Favre was the quarterback for the New York Jets last year. Now he's quarterbacking the Minnesota Vikings this year. It would be the New York Jets versus the Minnesota Vikings would be the Cinderella story of all stories because of Brett Favre. I know the NFL would love to have Brett Favre in the Super Bowl. He's 40 years old. He's the oldest quarterback ever to throw a touchdown pass in the playoffs. He'll be the oldest quarterback ever to start a Super Bowl if Minnesota can beat New Orleans, which will not be easy because New Orleans is hot right now. They're playing in the Superdome, and they're playing real good. They just blew out the Arizona Cardinals, put 40-some-odd points up on them. Reggie Bush is healthy. Thomas is healthy. The receivers are healthy. Drew Brees is having the greatest year of his life with the New Orleans Saints. They're playing in the Dome. Now, the Dome teams are very important, and I'm going to tell you why. Because 3 out of 4 teams are Dome teams. It's very difficult to hear yourself speak or talk if you're the opposing team in a Dome. The advantage to the Dome is that the home team can talk. It could be dead silence. When the defense is on the field for the home team and the offense is on the field for the opposing team, they can't hear one another. So a lot of false starts, a lot of penalties will be 5-yarders will be called against the opposing team, which would be the Minnesota Vikings in the Dome. Same thing goes with the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets because they're going to play in Indianapolis in their Dome. So the Dome is very important. Weather conditions is beautiful. It's 72 degrees in the Dome. There's no air. There's no wind. You kick your field goals. The ball flies good there. Your passes are accurate. You don't have to worry about weather conditions because they closed the roof. My whole thing is, like, I would love to see Brett Favre go to the Super Bowl to play the New York Jets. It's a Cinderella story. It makes good press, great for football, to see a guy like Brett Favre, who everybody counted out last year. Maybe his arm got tired at the end of the year. I know he lost 4 games in a row for the Jets and didn't get him in the playoffs. But he got the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs this year, and he's playing real good right now. As you know, Minnesota had just got done dusting off Dallas when it held Dallas to 3 points. Minnesota scored 34 points. Brett Favre threw 4 touchdowns. He has 22 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the Dome. So he's a Dome quarterback. But now this week, he has to go to New Orleans. It's a very tough thing to win out in New Orleans because you're playing away. The home team is very powerful in the playoffs. That's why it would be a Cinderella story. But I like the Indianapolis Colts to play the New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl. And that would be a great matchup. 2 of the best teams, best offenses, high scoring. People are going to love that because everybody wants to see touchdowns. They don't want to see a game end 7-3. They'd rather see a game be 34-35, something like that, where it's a shootout. And that would give football a great Super Bowl, and football could use a great Super Bowl. There was always good ones. The last couple of years, the Super Bowl's been nice, and they want to make this one just as special. That's the scoop on the NFL and the playoffs. You listen to Artie Clear on WNJC 1360. Also, Wi-Fi 1460. We have a simulcast every Saturday between 3 and 5, 2 hours of shore power. I'll see you when I see you.